Happy Friday. I had to think about what day it was. I hope everyone's had a great week, and it's getting better for me every day. I'm working on it, through all life's trials that keep coming up, and you get those little glimmers of hope, like, okay, we're making progress here, and now you got something else, but that is just life. So anyway, I wanted to give a small tribute to Lord Commander UnDead Chronic. Many of you guys know that UnDead Chronic is one of the main red pill content creators that I had been listening to for years. That taught me so much about facts, science, biology, things that were going on out here that I didn't realize how bad it was, and he just broke it down so brutally, harshly, truthfully, and I was like, ooh, and one of the first places I heard, no Hyman, no diamond, and I used a couple of his videos for my volunteer class, volunteer group that I was doing at the high school. And it was talking about, young woman, if you start your life out like this and you prioritize that, it's going to work out better than doing it the feminism way, prioritizing, your education and career and not a family. You're going to end up lonely and single. That's the gist of it. For men, it was, boys, you feel like you're starting out with nothing, but you build your resources. You're just going to get more valuable as time goes on. And these are important messages that kids need to hear. And he really is a hero. He's a hero for young men. And so not only did he create an incredible following of his own content, but he became a mentor and trained up a whole war band and then some who have broken off and branched off on their own, of amazing young men that create content that help encourage other young men that feel isolated, that feel alone, that feel like society doesn't value them, and they feel lost or whatever they're struggling with. And it's beautiful. It's so wonderful. And I look at them, they're all my red pill sons, and I just give him so much credit because he's told nothing but the truth. Telling young women they should stay virgins until they get married. That's beautiful. There's so many problems that could be avoided if women actually did that, versus the plethora of college women that are out there getting blackout drunk with their friends, falling all over themselves, basically not even knowing how they get home. All kinds of problems, hooking up with random people and then regretting it, and I can't tell you how many posts I've seen from young women with a selfie of them, the guy sleeping in the bed, and they're going, who is this? Okay, come on. It's ridiculous. The amount of unwanted pregnancies that happen because of the way that they're living their lives. So again, God bless UnDead Chronic. He's only told everybody nothing but the truth, trying to help warn everyone for years what's going on and what's coming down the pike, and the barbarians are in the gate, and I greatly appreciate it. That was when I first heard him roast feminists, warthogs. Oh my gosh. It was really something. And I said, oh my gosh, that's what men really think about women, about their flabby arms and about their, turkey necks, and, and I realized how much women spend on makeup and purses and clothes and shoes and eyelashes and their hair and all this kind of other stuff, when they don't spend any money or time or attention on their physical fitness and their health. So, a combination of all these things, it definitely encouraged me, of course, along with, wanting to look good for my husband, but to lose 80 pounds, that was huge. Oh my gosh. So I really appreciated the harsh honesty. Those are things that my husband could never say to me. He would just say, honey, I love you. You're beautiful, and it's like, no. Yes, but no. So, it is important that there are men out there telling the truth that aren't afraid of hurting people's feelings. Because again, like if you go to a doctor and you have cancer, you think that it's going to be okay for the doctor to be like, oh, you're fine the way you are. No, you have this problem. You need to address it. You need to deal with it before it gets worse, and you die, right? So it's the same kind of a concept. And actually, obesity is one of the #1 killers in our country. So and every once in a blue moon, I'll have some random person say, "Oh, you're an Undead Chronic fan. You're disgusting. You're shameful, deplorable, whatever," and make all kinds of crazy accusations and whatever. And it's like, it's a crime to slander someone and to slander them on the internet, So people should really watch what they're doing. And to have the audacity to say, well, you'd have a hard time proving that he's innocent. It's like, no, it's called innocent until proven guilty. But that's what the whole hashtag Me Too culture has done to people, thinking that you don't need to have any sort of proof, that something's been done, but you really do. That is the way that our laws are set up. So anyway, my hat's off to him. I know he was taking a break and people had done some very unjust things to him. And it's really a shame, because just because you don't like the way somebody is speaking doesn't mean that what they're saying isn't true. And ultimately, it's for the good. It's for the best. And who cares for the men? Who's speaking up for the men? Only the men, and a few men, and those that are willing to put their neck on the line, because apparently that by women today is considered hate speech and all sorts of ridiculous, words of violence, which is not true. So anyway, it's just a bunch of foolishness. But I'm grateful forever. I'll always remember Undead Chronic, so many channels that he's had. And it's just a shame that in the freest country in the world, we ain't so free no more. I'm on my 6th channel. He's on like his 17th channel. Freedom of speech is really going by the wayside. And that's sad. It's really sad. Anyway, so I am grateful. I hope that Undead Chronic starts a from zero to hero program. He was talking about, mentoring incels and helping them get in the gym and, get jacked and, get whatever they want out of life and everything like that. And I thought that was awesome, because I'm like, you could do it, But just by the messages he puts out, just by the young men that he's encouraged, I'm afraid to start naming them because there's so many, and then I would forget somebody, and I don't want to do that. But certainly Ribby the Party Frog, oh goodness, Taylor the Fiend, Rishi I thought was on there too, Manny the Mechanic, even Island Hermit, or Hermit Island RP, has been a huge fan of the Warband and then got into the Warband. And I remember sending Undead Chronic an email like, hey, check this guy out, But he did it. I'm so proud of him. And so many others, Sir Yidis was on there and he kind of branched off on his own. And you've got, oh gosh, what's his name? It's like the Ghost Man, Gray Ghost or something. So many great guys, great content creators. And of course, Dr. Ginger Hamster has been around, legend at this point in my book. And they've been doing content together for years. And of course, if we're going to start mentioning legends, Hammerhand, but the other first guys are the young guys that he mentored up to create their own channels, to create their own content and do live streams together and everything. And so, hats off to all you guys, swimming upstream, fighting against the grain, fighting against this crazy culture that we live in. And I hope that Undead will continue to make content. Even if he doesn't, he's given us so much. As long as they don't delete his content, that we still have so much that we can look at and learn from of all the work he's already done. So that's just my little shout out and my gratefulness and my hats off. I bow, God bless, Commander Chronic. Awesome. Just awesome. And for all these haters that think it's some kind of, I don't know, whatever craziness that you guys think, I challenge you to sit down and actually listen from beginning to end. Content, lots of content, so you can get a context better of understanding, not just of a snippet, just not of a couple minutes, you know, not just a couple mean messages or something that you think, but the truth, the whole picture of who he is, what he's about, and the message he's been trying to get across to people for a long time. So anyhow, all right, I gotta go. Mwah. Ciao. Love you guys. Bye.